Hello and welcome to the weekly blend from Roofers Coffee Shop, Metal Coffee Shop, and Coatings Coffee Shop. This is Heidi Ellsworth.
And I'm Karen Edwards.
And we're here to talk about the scoop. What's all happening in all of these industries and, of course, online. So, Karen, let's start with you. You just got back from the MRCA. How was it?
We were in Omaha last week. What a great association that is. Wow. So it was so great to see everybody. The events were great. They raised a lot of money. I still didn't get the final figure. We talked to so many people at the show. It was just great. It was great being there. And you weren't there because you were somewhere else.
I was at METALCON, but before we go, I do want to say thank you because you got up, you talked about our podcast and directory, and it sold for how much money?
$2,500.
$2,500, all
for the
going
foundation.
towards the foundation MRCA scholarships.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Very fun. And I know the other thing that came out of MRCA that I thought was really exciting was Greg Bloom won the Macaulay Award.
That's right. Yes. Congratulations to Greg. He said he was completely surprised. He had no idea. And he was extremely humbled and thankful to be recognized.
Well-deserved, Greg Bloom. Thank you so much for everything you do for the industry. I was thrilled. I was bummed I wasn't there to see it. I was like, whoa, this is so awesome. So secret well kept, I tell you what.
Yes, very well kept.
Well, I have to say, as we're talking about awards, during METALCON, Metal Coffee Shop's Metal Talk, which is our webinars, our RLW webinar on Metal Coffee Shop, won People's Choice Award, first place.
First place. That is so awesome because it was a relatively new. We rolled it out in the last year. It's in the technology category, and it is a great way for the industry just to learn and grow and increase their knowledge, and it's really good.
In fact, we have another Metal Talk coming up on November 15th, which is going to be on the new Sherwin-Williams Metal View dealers portal. So be sure everyone check that out because it's going to really talk about getting all the information, all the education. And so for us, bringing Metal Talks to everyone every month, we hear it over and over again, Karen. The industry wants continuing education. They want information. And I think, our RLW series, our Metal Talk, our Coatings Talk, they bring it to the industry. So it's a great thing. And happy that it was recognized at METALCON.
Yeah. And I think it's also important to note that, yes, these are live webinars, but they're on demand on the website. An entire library of topics. So, if you can't make it live, you can always go back and check it out online when you have time.
And you can listen to it on your favorite podcast channel. I know
true.
A lot of people are driving and out in the field and going from job to job or customer to customer. And so all of our RLWs, Metal Talk, everything is on the podcast channel. And I hear a lot of people who listens to it that way.
Yeah. Then people recognize you. They hear you talking and they're like, wait a minute, I know that voice.
Who is that? Just to summarize METALCON, it was awesome. So many people from the industry. The hallways were packed. We had probably one of our best shows of the year. It was just so good. And I have to tell you, it's just so fun. Metal Forming revealed their new cutter machine, and it was just, we had Ken on Weekly Blend beforehand. Well, I can tell you it went great.
Oh, good.
And we had all of our customers there who were showing machinery, their products, materials. It just was so great. But I have to tell you, I think one of my favorite things at METALCON, Karen, was the Metal and Mimosas breakfast.
Yes. How was that?
It was great. It was Holly Gottfredson spoke. She's with American Metalcraft, an amazing lady. Everyone loved her. We're going to bring her back. She owns that company along with Finishing Dynamics. They have their own coatings line. And then a room full of ladies, and everyone was just networking, sharing information, talking. It was the first ever. I'm already seeing emails flying through. They're like, we have to do it again next year. So it's going to be an annual event that you'll be at next year. It's really cool. So. it's a great way to start the day with a few mimosas and lady friends.
Yeah, yeah. And if you didn't go to MetalCon and you want to just get a taste of it, go to the Metal Coffee Shop YouTube channel. There's a link at the bottom of our homepage to quickly go to the YouTube channel. And there was live videos throughout the show from our soundstage, sponsored by New Tech Machinery.
Yes, thank you, New Tech.
Yeah. So then you can see what was happening and what was new and get a little taste of the show.
Yeah, you can see Holly Godfredson's interview on this soundstage too, and get a little feel for what we were able to hear at the Metal and Mimosas breakfast. So, but all kinds of people, great. I want to put one shout out to Orion from Drip Stop, who's just joined the coffee shop, and they were so excited to be on the soundstage, Karen. So watch that interview; it's really good too. Yeah.
Okay, I will.
Love it. Yeah, love it. We also had our friends from Cougar Paws, and they are just coming onto the site also. So. Just a lot of great stuff happening. But speaking of great stuff, we had yesterday an RLW on Roofers Coffee Shop with IB Roof Systems that was just excellent. It was on risk mitigation on the roof. So how can you limit your risk as a contractor, working with the design community, working with the owners, and working with the manufacturers? The John Belknap was our speaker, and I just thought it was great. So everyone should catch that on demand.
Definitely. And then you've got something happening today, which will be available on demand by the time this comes out. And that's the Coffee Conversations.
Yes, and it is sponsored by Hunter Panels, which, I mean, they are just the leader when it comes to tapered systems, of course. And they have brought the experts from Autodesk along with their own experts or AutoCAD experts to talk about Revit and BIM. And so for all the contractors out there who are doing commercial work, who really need to be working with those GCs and understanding, this is a great opportunity to figure out how to work with manufacturers or to actually bring that into your own office and create your own AutoCAD and BIM specialists. It's going to be really cool. It is, what I love about it, Karen, is it's progressive. Yeah. It's really, a lot of people out there say contractors don't do that or they can't do that. And sure,
yes,
they can. Yes, they can. Come on. So yeah, it's going to be really, really good. It'll be on demand for everybody. And speaking of a worldview, you have a pretty cool article on the homepage right now.
Yeah. It's in our newsroom by the time you see this. But it's from Bud Polston from United Asphalts. We love you, Bud. Thank you for sharing your insights with us. But it's about the state of oil and how it affects the roofing industry. So, we're hearing in the news all the time what's happening with oil and the prices and what's going on in the Middle East. But all of that eventually does affect the roofing industry. So check it out. You want to learn a little bit about that and understand how what's happening in the world will affect material prices and availability.
Yeah. And you know what? This has been a series. Bud and I've worked on a number of articles on this, kind of tracking the oil prices, but also supply chains and everything. He's just so smart. So check it out. It's just really, really good. And speaking also on the homepage now, probably will be in the newsroom by the time you see this, and definitely on our contest pages. But ARMA, Asphalt Roofing Manufacturers Association, announced their awards, which is very cool. So send in your shingle roofs, asphalt shingle roofs, and also your low slope asphalt roofs. Send in your projects, send in your beautiful homes, your beautiful low slope.
Be recognized for your work, right?
Yeah.
Be recognized.
Yeah. And Karen, I'm one of the judges.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
So I love it so much. I take a Saturday, get my cup of coffee, and depending on how long it takes, it might turn into a glass of wine. But I go through all the projects, and it's so much fun, and they're so beautiful. So please send them in. You can find all the information on Roofers Coffee Shop. And I also want to say too, I know we're giving you guys so many things to do. So I hope you're taking notes, but the podcasts lately have just been, I've been learning so much. And so I hope you're checking out the podcast. We just had a great one from Duralast on going green. It's just nonstop, all the different topics and all the different subjects. And I have to tell you, Karen, we talked to a young man at METALCON who said he's only been in the industry about 2 months. And he said, I watch your webinars and I listen to your podcast and I've learned so much. It's just made my entry into the roofing industry so much faster. So it's a great thing to share with your employees too.
A gentleman came by our booth at MRCA Expo, exact same thing. He'd been in the industry in roofing for a month. And he said, I'm on your site every day and I'm watching the videos and I'm listening to the podcasts and it's really helped me.
So it's a great thing for your new hires. Just send them our way. We'll give them a big hug and give them all this information. So send them our way. I love it. And while you're at it, take a walk outside, go to your shop and take a picture.
Oh, yeah, take a picture. Yeah, that's our latest photo contest. We want to see roofing shops, your yard. Send it in. There can be people in it or not. We're featuring them at the top of the Weekend Roofing e-newsletter each week. And we have a gallery on our Roofers Coffee Shop to showcase your sites.
I don't know how many of you grew up in the trades, but walking into the shop and smelling the wood and the diesel and everything that was going on was always one of the best things. So take a walk out to your shop, to your yard, and take some pictures and send them in to us. We will blow you up. So I love it. The last thing is the classifieds, Karen.
Oh yeah. What do we got this week?
I'm kind of thinking that I might need a change in pace and I might need a new job. And so if I wanted a new job, I would be talking to Pacific Roofing in Hawaii.
Yeah, they're hiring. Who doesn't want to go to Hawaii?
I know. And I mean, they've got a great picture on there showing people working on the roof in Hawaii. So if you're looking for some warm climes this winter, and a nice job, Hawaii is hiring. So check it out on the classifieds. Of course, you're always going to find the kettles and elevators and tools, such great stuff. So, Karen, we had so much this week. It's very fun.
We did. I know. Wow. Yeah, it was great.
So we'll be back next week. We'll all be back at home front. I am actually on the road right now, as I have been a lot this fall. But next week is Halloween. And so we'll be bringing our spooky weekly blend to you and wishing you all a happy Halloween from Roofers Coffee Shop.
Yeah. See you next time.